It is the 28th of July, 2020, and I still haven't gotten my hair cut. Yeah, I know all the jokes about the comb over and all that stuff, which is not why I'm wearing this. Just, you know what? It's combed back. It's got that, I think it's got that cool look, but you decide, all right? The comb over is still here, just in case. And by the way, if you go to Pro Wrestling Tees and you do a search on Bill Apter, there is a shirt that says "Respect the Comb Over." So in honor of this, the comb over, get the shirt. There's lots of other shirts in the Bill Apter's store at Pro Wrestling Tees. I rarely have ever talked about it, but it's the summertime. There's a "Is Wrestling Fixed? I Didn't Know Was Broken" shirt, which is the title of my book, as you know. There is an Apter Chat shirt. There's lots of them. So go visit ProWrestlingTees.com. I want to thank the good people over at, I know I'm turning my back on you here, but I want to thank the good people over at Ring of Honor Wrestling for, I had asked them, I love wearing baseball caps, and I did a recent interview with several Ring of Honor people, and check this out. I was at that show at Madison Square Garden. That was the combination show Ring of Honor had with Japan, and here's the old school. You know what? I'm going to honor Ring of Honor. What do you think? I like to bend the. By the way, also for you fans that might know, www.onewrestlingvideo.com is where we're at, and subscribe. That way you get all the news and videos before anyone else does. Okay? Subscribe to us. It's free. Free. It's a great four-letter word that starts with the letter F. Free. F-R-E-E. So a lot of things just on my mind. First of all, the reports, trying to get the light going here. The reports of Raw tanking again, and the ratings on this past Monday night, which would have been, this is the 28th, so it would have been the 27th yesterday. What is it? Why aren't you watching it? And if you are, why are you channel turning? Are there things on there that you just don't like? Actually, I'd like to find out on Raw, what do you like? Because I have a line to people over at the WWE. Yeah, I know, I need a haircut. I have a line to people at the WWE, and sometimes when I send the suggestions, they're grateful for the suggestions that I send. So feel free to send suggestions. What do you like on Monday Night Raw? Let me see who that is. People are always, oh my goodness, this is a guy named Battery is Low, 15%. Okay. So yeah, what is it about Monday Night Raw that you're not tuning in about? I do want to talk about something that I do really like right now in AEW. I like a lot of stuff in AEW, but there's one character in there that I'm so glad that he's back in the wrestling business full time, and that's looking backwards. See, as I look in the camera, everything is backwards, but this guy, Taz, yeah, that's an autographed singlet he gave me when he retired, and he was thanking all the writers and editors over at Pro Wrestling Illustrated. But I love that he's back. His managerial mannerisms are incredible. And he's that tough guy from Brooklyn, you know what I'm talking about? And he does it better than anybody else can. You know what I mean? He really comes across like, and if you're watching this, Taz, like an old school manager. I really like the combination of he and Brian Cage together. But I think even if he amassed an entire stable in AEW, he could hold it together beautifully. He's compelling. He says what's on his mind. He's unfiltered. So I'm glad to see you back in the business again, Taz. I always tell you people that eventually I'll take you around here in Apter'S Alley. So I'm not going to take you around the whole joint tonight. But let's see what I can find here that I do want to show you. This mask over over here, and I've shown this many times. This is the mask that Mil Mascaras wore in his debut at Madison Square Garden. Now, a lot of you people are going, wow, so it's a million. But do you know that a lot of you younger fans don't know that masked wrestlers were banned in New York State for ages? And in the early 70s, he was the first guy that they let come in with a mask. He actually wrestled Don Hardin, the masked Spoiler, and Spoiler was not allowed to wear the mask. So, yeah, so that's one part of Apter'S Alley. I showed you the Taz singlet. By the way, I do want to let you know that this mask did have a child. Ooh, how did he do that? This used to be when my dog was around. I had my little doggy Mascaras thing. So anyway, the theme of today's After Chat is, what's with Monday Night Raw? Why is it? And a lot of people are going to say, well, because there's no audience, it's the whole COVID thing and everything. But in my opinion, this is my opinion, I would love to see a comeback of, and you're all going to go, oh, come on, we've seen enough of it. But just to spice it up, bring Triple H back. Bring Mr. McMahon back. Get Stephanie back. I know a lot of you are going, but you know what? I just think people will, out of curiosity, start to tune in again. And there's an old Toby Keith song. Yeah, I listen to country. I'm a big Toby Keith fan. A little less talk and a lot more action. I think it's not a COVID cough. I'm fine. I think that Raw needs more action. There's a lot of talk, and I know they have an abbreviated roster, but I'd like to see more wrestling action because I'm a wrestling fan. So, do you think I'm going to put this on and do my Mil Mascaras imitation? Do you think I'm going to do that? You want me to do it? Okay. So it's going to cover up the comb over completely. But I'd like you to leave your opinion here on YouTube down below here. And let me know what you like on Raw, how you think it can be improved. Because maybe they need direct response from the viewers, and they're not getting it from the viewers except with low numbers. That doesn't work. Okay. All right. Let's see. Got to get it set correctly. And whenever Mil Mascaras posed, he always had the eyes open like this. And he was the most graceful. That's how he came into the ring. But the reason people say to me, why? Well, people say to me, why was Mil Mascaras always in anything when I was talking about favorite wrestlers growing up and wrestlers that I covered, got to get that comb over, why was he, one of the top ones that I always talked about him? Because he did everything gracefully. He made everything look like a wrestling ballet, the way he got in holds and out of holds and all that. So, yeah, that's why he was always one of my favorites. All right, anyway, I want to know, what is it about Raw? What's stopping you from watching it? What's making you drift during Monday Night Raw? You're channel turning and watching other stuff? Let me know. Okay, and I can get to him. This is Bill Apter, and I will come back somewhere in the next week or two with a live YouTube chat. I know a lot of you have been asking, why did I stop that? I just haven't had time to do it with all the other great stuff that I do. So I appreciate your fanship. I appreciate all of you who have bought my book. And to those of you who have not gotten my book yet, I have 2 words for you. Why not? It's Wrestling Fixed. I didn't know it was broken. I must have a copy of it. Oh, I do. I do have a copy of it right here. So never leave the screen blank. But, yeah. And on the cover is me with Mr. McMahon, Triple H, Andy Kaufman, when I hooked him up with Jerry Lawler, and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And there's me down the bottom, see where it says by Bill Apter, shooting photos at ringside. And there's a color section. Look at that kid. There's a color section in here. Lots of that. One of these days I'm going to, he probably won't do this, but one of these days I'm going to get a hold of Joey Styles and do an after chat with him if he'll agree to that. I really would like to do that. Oh my God! Yeah, he had a lot of fans, and there's the mask this side that Mr. Wrestling #2 gave me ages ago, and here is me and Toe. They always called him that down back in Atlanta. They used to chant Toe, Toe, Toe. So anyway, get a copy of it. Is Wrestling Fixed? I didn't know it was broken. And there goes the 15% is probably down to 10% on my phone at this point. Yeah, 10%. So I'm going to have to go charge it. This is Bill Apter down here at Apter's Alley. Just wanted to get on here and chat with you. A couple of things. Check out my good friend. You can follow me at Apter1 Wrestling, of course. Check out my correspondent, Mac Davis, at Mad Mac Davis on Twitter. Joe Lowry has got his Wrestling Minute every week here on OneWrestlingVideo.com. He's also got a great podcast. And yeah, just keep following pro wrestling and get my book. And what is it about Raw that made you say, I'm not watching this? Bill Apter, I'll see you at the matches eventually.